Hey everyone, welcome to my channel, or welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be going over my 2022 reading goal challenges, and that is the alphabet challenge, where I read a book starting with every letter of the alphabet, except if it starts with the, then I go off of what the second word starts with. And I also want to be doing the book cover color challenge, where I read a book whose cover is the color of every color in the rainbow and also black and white. So I have my list here on my phone, and I'm just going to go through one by one. I don't think I own any of them, so I will be inserting pictures of the book covers over here. So obviously we'll start with A, and that is A Little Life by, I do not know how to pronounce this author's name, Hanya Yanagihara. I am so sorry for butchering that. For B, I do own, and that is The Burning Girls by Tudor. I picked this book up on my birthday book haul, so I'll link that video up there or over there. I'm not really sure. Regardless, I will link it. For C, I want to read The Collective by Allison Galen. D, I want to read The Dry by Jane Harper. I've heard really good things about this book, and I read The Survivors earlier this year, so I want to read some of her other work. For E, I want to read The Extraordinary Life of Sam Hell by Robert Dugoni. I am in a couple different book groups on Facebook and have heard absolutely amazing things about that book, so I definitely want to read that in 2022. For F, I want to read False Witness by Karen Slaughter. That was a book club pick for Gabby Reed's book group called The Book Troop, and I've heard that that one was pretty good, so I definitely want to get my hands on that next year. For G, I want to read Get a Life Chloe Brown by Talia Hibbert. I know that's a series, and so I definitely plan on finishing out that series in 2022 as well. For H, I want to read Heart Bones by Colleen Hoover. I want to eventually read all of Colleen Hoover's books. Reading that book will help me complete her backlist. For I want to read I Found You by Lisa Jewell. I've read quite a few of her books over the past 12 months, so I definitely want to continue on. I know that she has quite a few books out as well. For J, I want to read Just One Look by Lindsay Cameron. For K, I want to read The Kiss Quotient by Helen Huang. I know that this is a series as well. I think it's a trilogy. I'm pretty sure it's just 3 books, and I think they're all on Book of the Month, so I'll be getting those on Book of the Month. For L, I want to read Layla by Colleen Hoover. For M, The Mother-in-Law by Sally Hepworth. I've heard great things about this book. Also, what is her other book called? I'm spacing on what that other book is called, but I've heard great things about that one as well. For N, I want to read Night Road by Kristen Hanna. I do own this one. I got this one during my birthday book haul as well. For O, I want to read The One by John Mars. I haven't read any of his books, and I've heard he's a great author, so I want to start reading his books and eventually read all of them. For P, I want to read Project Hail Mary by Andy Weir. Q, The Quiet Girl by S.F. Kosa. For R, I had originally put Razorblade Tears by S.A. Cosby, but I'm currently reading that, so I switched it to Ready Player One by Ernest Cline. I know that there's a second book as well and a movie, so that's fascinating. For S, I want to read Sold on a Monday by Christina McMorris. For T, I want to read The Tattooist of Auschwitz by Heather Morris. I've heard this is a super good book as well, and as mentioned in other videos, I'm a huge fan of historical fiction, and I've been wanting to read this book for a while, so I put it on my 2022 alphabet challenge. For U, I want to read Under the Milky Way by Vanessa Barneveld. I think that's how you pronounce it. For V, it was hard because I had already read Verity, and I read The Invisible Life of Addie LaRue earlier this year and wasn't really a fan of it, but I don't want to just not read any more of Victoria Schwab's or V.E. Schwab's books. So I put Vicious, and I know that that is a series as well, so I'm hoping that it's not too out of my comfort zone and that I can read the series, because I hate when I pick up a book and it's a series and I plan on reading the others but I just can't get into it. Like I read Cinder by Marissa Meyer earlier this year and didn't read the rest of the series because I was not I just couldn't, I didn't care for the book. For W, I want to read The Winter People by Jennifer McMahon. I've heard that is her best book, so I'm excited for that. X was extremely hard, but I found a book that really seemed interesting to me. It's a series, but I've heard you could read them as standalones, and that is X by Sue Grafton. For Y, I'll be reading You'll Thank Me for This by Nina Siegel. I think that's how you pronounce that. And then for Z, I want to read The Zombie Room by R.D. Ronald. So for my reading challenge of reading every color of the rainbow plus black and white, I'll start with black. So for black, I want to read Bad Girls with Perfect Faces by Lynn Weingarten, I believe is how you pronounce it. For red, I want to read How It All Blew Up by Arvin Amadi. For orange, I want to read People We Meet on Vacation by Emily Henry. For yellow, I want to read The Hunting Party by Lucy Foley. For green, I want to read The Inheritance Games by Jennifer Lynn Barnes. I know that the third book in that trilogy comes out in 2022, so I think starting it in 2022 so I can read all of the books, because I'm pretty sure it stops after the third book, but starting it in 2022 where I can read all 3 books and not have to wait for another one to come out is what I prefer. Because when I find a series that I like but it's not finished yet and I have to wait, that waiting period kills me. For blue, I want to read All the Light We Cannot See by Anthony Doerr. Purple is All Your Perfects by Colleen Hoover. Of course, I had to slip in a Colleen Hoover book in there. And then lastly, white, I want to read The Night Sister by Jennifer McMahon. So those are all the books I want to read for my 2022 reading challenges, goals, whatever you want to call it. Thank you so much for watching. Please leave a comment letting me know what challenges you plan on participating in 2022. And don't forget to subscribe and turn on post notifications to be notified every time I upload this video. Please give this video a thumbs up, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye!